Hi everyone, my name's Rebecca and I'm going to be participating in this year's Summer Biannual Bibliothon. If you've never heard of it, it is a week-long readathon and they do one once in the summer and once in the winter. And this year's Summer Biannual Bibliothon is taking place starting this Saturday, July 14th until July 20th. And there are 7 reading challenges that you can choose to participate in during the readathon. So I'm going to attempt to do all of them. And you can double up on challenges, but you can't triple up on challenges. So these are all the books that I plan on reading in order to complete the challenges. The first challenge is to read the group book, which is The Wicked Deep by Shea Ernshaw. I don't have a physical copy of this book since I will be listening to the audiobook, but I will insert a picture here for you guys to see. I'm really excited to read this book because I've heard it's a little bit like Hocus Pocus and I absolutely love that movie. So I'm hoping that I will enjoy this book just as much. The second challenge is to read a book from somebody else's TBR. So for this challenge, I decided to look on Instagram to find a TBR. And the one I found ended up being this one. Insert photo here. So the book I will be reading to complete this challenge is Blood for Blood by Ryan Grodin. And this is the sequel to Wolf by Wolf, and I read that book last summer and really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping to enjoy the sequel just as much. The next challenge is the Try a Chapter challenge. So for this challenge, you're supposed to read the first chapter of 3 different books and then choose the one you like the most to read for the readathon. And I'm going to wait to read the first chapters until the readathon starts, but the 3 books that I've chosen are The Martian by Andy Weir, The Back Door of Midnight by Elizabeth Chandler, and The Bermudas Triangle by Maureen Johnson. The next challenge is to read a book that has been on your TBR shelf for over a year. So for this challenge, I will be doubling up with the book that I choose from the Try a Chapter challenge. All 3 of these books have been on my TBR shelf for over a year, and these 2 have been on for way longer than that, and they really need to get read sometime soon. The next challenge is to read a predicted 5-star read. And for this challenge, I am reading Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Briggs. I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and I did see the movie when it first came out, and I really enjoyed that. So hopefully I will enjoy the book and the movie won't have ruined it for me. The next challenge is to read an Own Voices book that is different from your own. So I will be reading Two Boys Kissing by David Levithan. I also don't have the physical copy of this book since I will be listening to the audiobook, but once again I will insert a photo here. And I'm looking forward to reading this. The only other book that I've read by David Levithan is the book that he wrote with John Green, which was Will Grayson, Will Grayson. So I'm looking forward to reading more of his work. And the final challenge is to read the last book that you purchased. And for this challenge, I will be doubling up with the predicted 5-star read book, so I will also be reading Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. So those are all the books that I'm planning on reading for the Summer Biannual Bibliothon. If you're participating, let me know in the comments which books you're planning on reading, and if you chose one of the books off of my TBR to use for your challenge, let me know which one you chose. I'm definitely going to record at least one more vlog about the Summer Biannual Bibliothon, whether it be a reading vlog or just an update at the end on how much I actually read and what challenges I did or did not complete. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!